look at it. I think we need this one. This one. So the spanner cannot hold it. Then the fuel pump. This Toyota fuel pump inside.
So, as you can see, we changed the fuel pump complete. You can see the pressure now where it is 50 psi, which is 3.5 bar. As you can see, that engine sound, that tapping sound is gone. The engine has run for a while. It's very quiet now. We also have to change this one. This is the old one. The old one, because they removed the thermostat and they put this glue here, so it was not leaking. But as soon as we put thermostat, so they increased the pressure, so it started leaking from there. So we had to buy a fully used one and change it. And we also have put ABS sensor. There is 41 here. As you can see, the ABS warning sign is gone. I'm sure that things will change. Now we also put this, you see this coolant bleed line, so that's why we had to change it. And we also want to put the new spark plugs now. It's still running with the spark plug the car came with, so you can switch off the engine so that it doesn't get too hot. So a few more things that we changed as well. Remind me again. The fuel pressure, no, the fuel pressure is okay. You can see it's still retain 50 psi even after I switch off engine. So the fuel pressure regulator is working well as well, not just the fuel pump. So where is that old fuel pump? Huh? At least the old fuel pump. Yeah, you can see we have to change the fuel pump assembly with the cover. This is the old one. This is the old one. The cover is basically dead. This is the old pump. Look at this mess here. They even put a Japanese fuel pump inside it. So I decided not to even bother to change the pump. Only the pump, and still use the case. We changed the clutch master cylinder. For some reason it was not pumping very well, so I had to buy a new one to change it. Then this is the ABS wheel sensor that we changed on the front left side. And the other things, this is the old catalyst. Now you guys can see the opening. I don't know whether you guys can see it. Anyway, this is the old ignition coil. Yeah, we should change also. The old brake disc, old timing belt. Yeah, Okay, so what's remaining now is the engine oil remaining. Is the oil remaining on the about a liter or so remaining. So later I will gauge it to know where it is. Okay, so I'll stop it here so that we change the spark plugs and update later. So I'm testing the car now. There's not much fuel, so I don't want to push out, and the oil temperature is still cold. So not too much RPM. But it moves well. So yeah. The only thing I'll add is the ignition coil. The used one we purchased seems not to work very well. I started it after I was about to drive out, started misfiring. I put back the one I borrowed from the mechanic, the misfire went away. So, two options. Return this one, collect another one, the fully used one, or discuss whether the mechanic will sell his. And I will purchase this particular one. Now there's an option of new one, but just the recommended one for new one tends to cost much higher. Something I'll discuss with the owner. I'm not sure whether he'll be ready to buy it now. Which is the value. That's the only brand that I recommend as far as this engine ignition coil is concerned. They tend to last much longer. All those Sagem useless to me as far as the EWT J4 engine is concerned. Anyway, so ABS, you can see the ABS fault did not come back. So that one is sorted. Alright, so what is remaining now? Need to bleed the brake. Yeah, not like the feel. Or it's probably as a result of the change of the pads and the disc. So it will take a while for the brake to be effective. But for right now, it's not necessarily effective. So I think this way I will call it. Oh, I forgot. I still need to reverse the AC compressor trigger, reverse the wiring connection. So yeah, there will still be updates. All right. I forgot to add, you actually change this oil vapor vacuum light.